Why do so many massage therapists have burnout? I've been asked that question. Hello, my name is Annie. I'm a massage therapist of many, many years and an instructor. And I retired this year, and I am making videos so that I can see if there's any way that I can help students that are brand new, maybe still even in school, or have just started their career and have many, many questions. The question of why so many massage therapists burn out came to me, and I did some thinking and a little bit of research about that. And I have come to the conclusion that they have burnout because they forget that their most important client is themselves. And I point the finger at me as well, although I did practice very good self care for many, many years. And self care is something that I want to talk about today. Self care, and I do have some notes, I hope you don't mind, is how we continue to have not only a long career, but a healthy career. And the health comes for us. Most therapists burn out not from lack of skill, lack of knowledge, but from not taking care of themselves. And I've had many students that I've met after they became massage therapists, and I asked them, when was the last massage you ever had? And they said, oh, back in school. And I always say the same thing, shame on you. For many, 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 many years while I've been practicing, I had 2 massages a month at a minimum. And then later on in my career, when I was doing less, I made sure that I at least had 1 a month, plus other types of self-care like yoga and stretching and reading good books and meditation. Self-care comes into your whole workday. From the time you get up until the time that you lay your head down, self-care should be part of what you're thinking about. And in your workday, that can include proper body mechanics, remembering to use your leg and core, not your thumbs. And body mechanics is something that even all the years that I practice, I never stop thinking about. Am I in the proper stance? Am I stacking my joints? Things like that. And it has to be a question that you ask yourself on a consistent basis, because body mechanics they just don't come natural, do they? Even though I've done massage for many, many years, there were times that I caught myself standing incorrectly, bending over when I should have spread, the front leg out just a little bit, and not bend over from the waist, using my core and my legs. The other thing that I see in young therapists, and this may apply to anyone really, is remembering to set the table height for each client. Every client is different. Their height can be different. Their weight is different. Their issues that they need taken care of are different. And if they just want relaxation and not a lot of pressure, you might want to set your table just a little bit higher, and that will help you not to apply too much pressure. If you have a client that has more serious needs, things like neuromuscular work or what we call deep tissue or stretching, you might want to set your table just a little bit lower so that you can apply the pressure needed for the application. And then I've noticed lately that a lot of massage therapists don't have, either the place they work for doesn't give them very much time in between massages, or when they're first starting, they're trying to get as many as they can in one day. They don't give themselves proper time in between clients. It's a good idea to think about taking 2 to 3 minutes of just some breathing, maybe a little meditation, drinking water, stretching, adjusting those wrists and getting them to feeling a little flexible, moving some head work and working your neck, things like that, so that you can be prepared and ready to walk in for that next client and give them 100%, just like you did the last client. But that's for you. And if you don't have time for a proper lunch, have those little protein bars or something that you make at home to bring with you that's handy, that you can take real quick and drink some water. And then before you walk through that door and address your client's needs, take some breaths, close your eyes, and center yourself. What is your attention when you go towards that client? Remembering things like no is a complete sentence is another way to do self-care, because when we say no, we say yes to ourselves, right? And we don't always have to say no, but we sometimes never say no. And we want to remember that no is a complete sentence, said professionally and kindly, of course. The other part is rest. If you don't remember this, write this down, because rest is actually a part of your work. Putting yourself in a position to rest, and that doesn't mean you have to go to bed, but there are many ways to just rest, is helping you to come back from some exhaustion, or maybe even just a little overtiring, or maybe just a dull pain or ache. And if you rest, you start the healing process. So remember to take that time. And remember also that pain is data, not a badge of honor. We don't work through that pain regardless. Pain is telling us something. We need to listen to our own bodies. Remember, we tell our clients to listen to their bodies, right? And to come and see you when they need to. But what about you? Listen to your body, because pain is not something that we want to work through. We want to listen to our body. And if we have a recurring issue, like every time I finish a massage, my lower back hurts. Well, are we addressing body mechanics? Are we bending over? Do we have the table at the right height? There's many questions that can help with understanding why that is always the case, or why does my neck always hurt? And one of the things that I see is students want to look down, and even though we can't see through the skin to the muscle that we're addressing, we want to look at that area. But really, we can stop and maybe close our eyes if you're comfortable doing that. I did 90% of my massage with my eyes closed because I wanted to feel and sense and be able to follow the body. So instead of looking down, we can look up, have a chart of the muscles so that we can remember what they are in front of us, or listen to the music. And if you're afraid that you're going to mess up, you know where those bones are. You learned, excuse me, all those bony landmarks. You learned the muscles, you know where they attach. And that gives you the opportunity to listen with your hands and not see with your eyes. I remember we were discussing one day in school why there are some massage therapists that can have a long career. And there was an article that I read many, many years ago about two therapists, one male and one female, and they both had been practicing 20 plus years. And they were asked, why do you think that you have been able to have such a long career? Well, one of the interesting things was, I remember two of those things. I'm sure there were many others, but two of those come to mind. And one of them was taking a week or 2 weeks actually away from their business and their clients 2 times a year. If you have a family, devote that time to your family. You don't have to go away. You can stay in your area and do local things that are fun, enjoy. But they took 2-week vacations 2 times a year and actually enjoyed their own time, whether that's doing mountain climbing or taking dancing lessons or going to the ocean and swimming with the dolphins. Whatever it is, you deserve that time, because when you come back, you're going to be more refreshed and ready for whatever faces you. The other thing that they did was each month they did 2 what I would call self-care things. Like one was some kind of body work, whether it was massage with hot stones or trying a new modality, stretching. They did one of those or 2 a month, and they changed it up. Some months they would do a massage or some kind of body work, and then they would do a yoga class, or have a constant weekly yoga class, or Pilates, or dance class, or going to get stretched, or sitting in a salt room. Those things that they did were what they felt kept them on a long career. And I conclude that that worked for me as well, making sure that I did a lot of self-care and could show up for my clients and not be exhausted or resentful. Well, I'm not sure why my last video cut off while I was still talking, and I'm not fully sure where it ended, except I was talking about boundaries is being part of your self-care. And if I'm repeating myself, I'll check this when I check the video and maybe can edit it out. But boundaries is another part of self-care that allows you to protect your energy, to protect your peace of mind, and also is for your body. It's how you make sure that you have enough left in your tank that when you show up, you're not there out of exhaustion or resentment, but you are ready to give them whatever it is that your client is needing from you because you're ready for that. And making yourself ready encompasses all the things that we've talked about in this video. I want to say that I'm happy that you're here. If you've been here before, thank you for watching. If you're new, welcome. Again, my name is Annie. I am a licensed massage therapist and a licensed instructor in the massage program here locally where I live. And I would love to have your questions. I look forward to making more videos and answering those questions. Self-care is one of the things that I felt like students, sometimes when they graduate, they get that license and they're all gung-ho to work, is they forget to take care of themselves. So remember that you are your most important client, that you matter just as much as anybody else does, including your family, your friends, and your clients. You are just as important. And what you put into yourself, you will be able to bring out for your clients and those around you. I hope you have a great rest of your weekend. Please feel free to email me any questions or comments that you have. Please comment in the video with your questions, and I look at them all and will be happy to answer them. I look forward to seeing you in the next one, and I hope you have a great weekend. Take care now and happy Sunday.